Nivedita is here by taking a video on the topic parts of a flower, as well as in this video we'll study pollination, process of pollination. Okay, and this is the topic, or this is the video for the students of class 10th, and this is of science subject. Begin with means we are talking of flower. Flower means you know very well. In class 9th also you have gone through. Angiospermic plants are there which bear flowers. So basically, we are talking of the angiospermous flower. So it has four parts, four whorls you can say. Okay, these are the four whorls. Calyx. Calyx is the outermost whorl. Okay, more we will get in the next slides. So calyx is there, and what sepal is written. See, you have not to confuse between the calyx or sepal. Calyx is a whorl, and sepal is one unit of that whorl. In the same way, corona or petals are. Corolla is a whorl. Okay, corolla is a whorl, and petals are the unit. In the same way, androecium, gynoecium, these are the four main whorls. Calyx, corolla, androecium, and gynoecium. These are the whorls. Okay. So begin with this is the diagram of a flower. You can see the basic parts. Sepal is written over there. You can see the petals, that is corolla, and stamens are there having the two parts, anther and filament, and carpel is there, and that whorl is gynoecium. Okay, so this is a typical flower. Okay, so more we will study about it. Begin this. These are the anther. Anther you can see in the China rose also, yellow colored. These are the stamens you can see here. In the first picture, brown colored structure you see with the stalk, that is the stamen. Okay, so stamens may be counted or may be uncountable. So begin with the description. First one whorl is calyx. So as I told you, it is the outermost whorl of the flower. Okay, and each leaf, okay, each leaf means each unit is called as a sepal, and generally these are green in color, and their work is to provide the protection. Okay, you can see them very clearly in the bud stage. And this is the non-essential part of the flower. Non-essential means the part is not directly involved in the reproduction. Okay, so second whorl is corolla. So corolla is a collection of petals, and generally petals are large, they are showy and bright colored, and their reason for their color is to attract insects. Okay, so why do they attract insects? They attract it for the process of pollination, means so that the pollination can be accomplished. Okay, and same is, it is also the non-essential part of the androecium. Androecium, this is the inner wall. So it is the collection of stamens, as I told you, and this represents the male reproductive part of the flower. And each stamen consists of top broad part, that is anther, and the stalk is called as the filament. Okay, means the filament is a long stalk which bears anther at its top. Okay, जनरली व्हाट हैपेंस, यूजुअली द एंथर्स आर बाइलोब्ड, मीन्स ये दो लोब्स का बना होता है, और हर लोब में दो चैम्बर होते हैं. मीन्स ओवरऑल टोटल चैम्बर्स या सैक, एसएसी सैक, सैक भी कहते हैं, टोटल 4 सैक हुए. ओके, पॉलन सैक. ओके, एंड ये पॉलन सैक जो होते हैं वो भरे होते हैं, और इसके अंदर भरे हुए होते हैं पोलन ग्रेन, एंड द पोलन ग्रेन्स आर formed by the microspore, means by the meiosis. meiosis occurs in the microspore mother cell. Okay, when mother cell divides by meiosis, so it gives rise to pollen grains. So means the pollen grains, they are haploid, and each pollen grain produces two male gametes. Okay, they produces two male gametes. So this pollen, when the anther will get burst, this pollen will reach to the stigma. Now the fourth whorl is gynoecium. It is the collection of carpels and it represents the female reproductive part of the flower. Okay, and if we say each carpel is having three parts. The basal swollen part is called as the ovary, and its long style is called as long stalk is called as a style, and the top one part which receives the pollen grain is called as the stigma. Okay, so it is having the three parts. Now three parts, what function is? Stigma will receive the pollen grain. Style is through this the pollen tube will be going towards the ovule, and ovary this consisting of ovules, and later on the ovary will be converted into the fruit. Okay, so generally flower has more than one carpel. The As I told you, the stigma will receive the pollen grain during the process of pollination, and ovary it contains the ovule, and each ovule has embryo sac, and further embryo sac contains the female gamete, that is egg. Okay. Now the process of pollination. In earlier classes also you have gone through it. Pollination means pollen grain का transfer होना. कहाँ से कहाँ? एंथर से स्टिग्मा पर पहुंचना. एंथर में तो वो होते ही हैं. जब एंथर बस्ट होगा तो पोलन ग्रेन रिलीज हो जाएंगे और वो स्टिग्मा तक पहुंच जाएंगे. Okay, so this transfer of pollen grain from anther to stigma, this is called as the pollination. Okay, so this is very important mechanism because uh, this is possible. See, ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि पोलन ग्रेन जो है वो उसी फ्लावर के स्टिग्मा पे गिर जाए, ये भी पॉसिबिलिटी है. यदि वो दूसरे फ्लावर के ऊपर स्टिग्मा पर जाकर वहां तक पहुंचते हैं तो मतलब उसके लिए एजेंसीज की ज़रूरत चाहिए. मतलब या तो वो उड़ के जाएंगे या बर्ड्स या इंसेक्ट्स कोई ले जाएगा वहां तक. तो दोनों पॉसिबिलिटीज है. एंड इसीलिए जो pollination है, this is a very essential process, and after this pollination the fertilization will be going on. As pollen grain contains the male gametes, means they are protected over there. Now pollination, as I told you, कि some requires agencies and some don't. Okay, so on that basis the pollination is of two types, self pollination and cross pollination. पहले हम इसको बिल्कुल सिंपल लैंग्वेज में समझ लेते हैं. सेल्फ पॉलिनेशन का मतलब होता है एक ही फ्लावर में पोलन ग्रेन ही प्रोड्यूस हो रहे हैं और उसी फ्लावर में एग भी प्रोड्यूस हो रहा है. मतलब उसके पास स्टेमेंस भी हैं और उसके पास पिस्टिल भी है, दोनों पार्ट्स है, और उसी के पोलन ग्रेन उसी के स्टिग्मा पर गिरता है. यदि ऐसा होता है तो सेल्फ पॉलिनेशन कहते हैं इसको. पर यदि एंथर उड़ता हुआ या किसी भी एजेंसी को यूज करके किसी और फ्लावर पे पहुंचता है तो ये क्रॉस पॉलिनेशन होगा. Okay, so we can just summarize कि self pollination, when we say, it involves the transfer of pollen grain from the anther of a flower to the stigma of the same flower. The same word is very important. Okay, or to another flower on the same plant. Plant वही होना चाहिए. Okay, so this is called as the self pollination. और इसी के opposite, in contrast to this, cross pollination means it involves the transfer of pollen grain from the anther of a flower to the stigma of another flower present on another plant, but the species is same. Okay, so this type of pollination will require agencies like wind, water, insects, birds, or bats. Okay, see, this is the pistil. You can see the part stigma where pollen grains are lying, then a stalk, that is a style, and the swollen part at the base is the ovary one. Now, difference. What is the difference between self-pollination and cross-pollination? See, already I told you, self-pollination means transfer of pollen grain from anther to stigma of same flower. Whereas in the cross-pollination, pollen grain from anther to stigma of another flower present on another plant. Okay, and self-pollination, it will not require any agencies, whereas the cross-pollination will require. And self-pollination will not produce any variation because single flower is involved, but cross pollination, it will give rise to variations. Okay, and see, in the cross pollination, so many pollen grains, they are wasted, and that's why large number of pollen grains are produced over there, whereas in the self pollination, the pollen grains falls on the stigma of the same flower. That's why there small number of pollen grains are produced. Thank you. The next video will be of fertilization in plants.